They called her the Devil's Child. This is the incredible true story of the ballerina they called the Devil's Child. Our story begins in the war-torn country of Sierra Leone. When Michaela DePrince was just a toddler, her world was shattered. Her parents were killed in a horrific attack and she became an orphan. But that wasn't the worst of it. Michaela had a rare skin condition called vitiligo, which made her look like she had patches of dirt all over her body. The people in her village didn't understand this. They thought that she was cursed or even possessed by the devil. And so they gave her a very cruel nickname, the Devil's Child. Every day young Michaela would wake up before sunrise and run to the bathroom. She would stare at her reflection and desperately try to scrub her skin with a toothbrush. She hated what she saw. And she also hated how the other kids at school pointed at her and called her ugly names. It was really hard for her to make friends. But then one day everything changed. One day while family was going through some old magazines, she saw an image that stopped her in her tracks. It was a picture of a ballerina leaping through the air. The ballerina's skin was the color of alabaster, yet she was glowing with happiness and freedom. In that moment, something inside of Michaela sparked. Even though she had never taken a dance lesson in her life, she knew that this was what she wanted to do. When Michaela told her adoptive mother about her dream, family was worried. She knew that her daughter had to work twice as hard as the other kids just to get half the results. But seeing the fire in Michaela's eyes, she couldn't say no. So she signed her up for classes at the American Ballet Theater. As soon as Michaela stepped into the studio, she knew that this was where she belonged. The other kids were no different from the ones at school. They laughed at her and made fun of her, but Michaela was determined to succeed. She danced with a passion that the other kids couldn't understand. She danced about her pain, about being an orphan, about being laughed at, and about how she never felt she was good enough. Her teachers could see that she was talented and dedicated, but they also knew that she needed extra help, so they paired her up with a mentor, a retired prima ballerina named Suzanne Farrell. When Suzanne first saw Michaela, she had a good idea of what the problem was. She had trained under the legendary George Balanchine and knew what it took to become a ballerina. With her guidance, Michaela blossomed. She learned about posture, balance, discipline, and most importantly, self-confidence. As the years went by, Michaela became a principal dancer at the company. She was finally living her dream. But she knew that this was just the beginning. There was still so much more that she wanted to achieve, and fortunately, Michaela's skin condition made this very difficult. The stress of performing would cause her skin to break out in rashes. She would have to spend hours in the makeup chair trying to cover up, but no matter how much makeup she used, the stress and anxiety would always show. In 2008, Michaela was offered a chance to audition for the prestigious Paris Opera Ballet. This was her big chance to make it in Europe, but just before her audition, her skin broke out in a severe rash. She tried everything she could to cover it up, but nothing worked. In the end, she had to withdraw from the audition. Although she had achieved worldwide recognition, winning numerous awards and dancing for royalty, Michaela knew that she still had a lot of doubters. Many people believed that she would never make it as a ballerina. They said that her skin condition would always hold her back, but Michaela proved them wrong. In 2015, she became the first black ballerina to dance the leading role in Swan Lake at the Royal Danish Ballet. Now she travels the world teaching and inspiring others. She has become a global icon, proving that anything is possible if you have the courage to follow your dreams. Today, Michaela is not only a world-renowned ballerina, but also a fashion icon and a role model for those who face adversity. She has graced the covers of numerous magazines and has become a prominent voice for those with vitiligo. Through her foundation, she provides support and resources for children with the condition. So what can we learn from Michaela's story? No matter what challenges you face in life, never give up on your dreams. No matter how difficult it may seem, with hard work, dedication, and the support of others, you can achieve anything. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe for more inspirational stories. And if you want to learn more about the amazing people featured in our videos, be sure to visit our website. Thanks for watching. See you next time.